So we'll start with question number 3. Here we are asked to obtain. दरवाजा बंद कर देबे ना. Here we are asked to obtain all other zeros of this polynomial if two of its zeros are given. This is your first zero, square root of 5 by 3. And this is your second zero, minus square root of 5 by 3. Now, the number of zeros depends upon the order of the polynomial. What is the order of the polynomial? What is the order of this given polynomial? Order means highest power of the variable. Highest power of the variable in a polynomial is known as order or degree. Okay. So what is the highest power of the variable in this polynomial?
4.
Highest power is 4. Highest power of the variable is 4. So the order of the polynomial will be 4. Okay. Highest power of the variable is 4. So order is 4. And the number of zeros depends upon the order. Okay. So the order of this polynomial is 4. So how many zeros will this polynomial have? 4 zeros. At the most 4 zeros. Okay. Now how many zeros are given? So we need to find another 2 more zeros. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Now we need to learn another concept that we have studied in class 9. You have studied in class 9 in your lower class. It says like this. Let's consider that alpha is a 0. Alpha is a 0 of any polynomial. Let's say, just say that, okay? Alpha is a 0 of any polynomial px. Then x minus alpha will be called as a factor. Will be called as a factor of that polynomial px. Are we getting that? Okay. Alpha do itu polynomial daga 0 ase koile x minus alpha to factor hoy jabo ni itu polynomial daga hi. All right. Okay. Let me rewrite it again. If I say, if it is given that if a is a 0 of your polynomial px, if a is a 0 of your polynomial px, to ki hobo? X minus a ke ki kobo? Factor kobo ni of that particular polynomial px. Alright? No. If a is a 0 of px, of any polynomial px, to x minus a will be called as a factor of that polynomial. Instead of a, if I say, if minus a is a factor, if minus a is a factor of any polynomial px, then I mean like if minus a is a 0 ase, minus a to itu polynomial laga 0 ase, then what will be the factor? Then x plus a will be called as a factor, of that polynomial px. Is it clear to you? Is it okay? So we are going to use this concept, and you have studied in factor theorem in your class 9 syllabus. Okay, chapter 2 polynomials. So the same concept we are going to apply here. Camera is still working, I think. Yeah, it's still working. So now there is a given polynomial. The order of the polynomial is 4. So there will be at the most 4 zeros. 2 of the zeros are given. So we need to find 2 more zeros. Is it alright, Ayala? Okay. Yes. Now there are 2 given zeros here. Okay. So it's given that square root of 5 by 3 is a 0 of your polynomial, right? Therefore, what will be the factor? Just think that this is a. A is a 0 of your polynomial. So what will be the factor? X minus a will be the factor. So if square root of 5 by 3 is a 0 of your polynomial, then x minus square root of 5 by 3 will be called as a factor of that polynomial. Is it alright? So using this 0, a factor is formed. So using another given 0, another factor will be formed, right? Okay. So again, it is given that minus square root of 5 by 3 is a 0 of the same given polynomial. Therefore, what would be the factor here? X plus square root of 5 by 3 will be called as a factor. So we have two factors. Okay. So what we are going to do, since we have two factors, we are going to combine the factors. How are we going to combine the factors? Not by addition, not by subtraction. The only way to combine the factors, okay, we need to combine the factors by multiplying them through multiplication. You multiply the first factor and the second factor, then you will get the resultant factor. So the given polynomial has to be divided by that resultant factor. Alright? Okay. So now let's combine the two given factors. Now, how are we going to combine the factors? By multiplication. Okay. So now your first factor multiplied with your second factor. Let's multiply them. I think it is following some pattern. Is it of the form a minus b times a plus b? So what is a minus b times a plus b? Yeah, a square minus b square, right? Your a is x, right? So a square minus b, your b is square root of 5 by 3. Holding square. Now square and square root can be cancelled out. So we have the resultant factor as x square minus 5 by 3. Alright? So this given polynomial has to be divided by this resultant factor. So let's perform the division. Okay? Let's see, camera is working. Yeah, camera is still working. Okay, so now 3x to the power 4 plus 6x cubed minus 2x squared minus 10x minus 5 has to be divided by the resultant factor x squared minus 5 upon 3. Okay? Now, there is only one rule. When you perform the division, always make the first term equal, right? Okay? So x squared multiplied with which term gives you 3x to the power 4? Yeah, x squared multiplied with 3x squared gives you 3x to the power 4. Okay, Ayala is answering correctly. So we change the order of the sign. So it becomes minus here. Cancel, right? Now we multiply by the remaining terms. The remaining term is minus 5 by 3, right? Minus 5 by 3 times 3 squared. Then here 3 can be cancelled out. So what do we get? Minus 5 x squared. Alright? So the product of these terms gives you minus 5x squared. I cannot write below this term because this is the term containing x cubed. So I need to write below this term because they are like terms now. So minus 5x squared. Make it positive. Make it positive. Now minus 2 plus 5. Minus 2 plus 5 gives you plus 3x squared, right? Okay, and we bring down the remaining terms. 6x cubed minus 10x minus. Alright? Again, this is positive term, we write here positive. x square multiplied with which term gives you 6x cubed? Yeah, x square multiplied with 6x gives you 6x cubed. This is positive, so we change the order of the sign, we cancel them all. Now we multiply by this remaining term. Minus 5 by 3 times 6x. 3 2 times is 6, so that gives you minus 10x, right? So minus 10x I have to write below this like minus 10x. You make it positive, change the order of the sign, cancel out, so we have 3x squared minus 5 only. Okay, the remaining terms. Now x squared multiplied with 3 gives you 3x squared. Make it negative, cancel them out. Now minus 5 by 3 times 3 gives you minus 5, make it positive. Minus 5 plus 5 cancels out, so 0. So the remainder is 0. Okay. Now this is your question. From the question we obtain the remaining zeros. Okay. So how to work that out? Since this is done, so I'm going to rub this out. Okay. Now we have, your quotient is 3x squared plus 6x plus 3. In order to find the remaining zeros, you equate this quotient to 0. So let 3x squared plus 6x plus 3 be equal to 0. Equate your quotient to 0. Now your quotient is in quadratic polynomial, okay? So we can simplify this quadratic equation by splitting the middle term by factorization, alright? There is a process of doing the process of splitting the middle term. Always multiply the coefficient of x squared and the constant term. 3 times 3 gives you 9. Now you factorize 9 into two numbers, into two terms, whose sum or difference should give you the middle term 6. Right? Now, so here 3 times is 9. 3 plus 3 gives you 6. Is it okay? Yeah. So 3x squared, this plus, we leave as it is. And instead of this middle term 6x, what are you going to write? 3x plus 3x. 3x plus 3x gives you 6x. Is it okay? And then we have plus 3 equal to 0. This is known as the process of splitting the middle term. Now 3x squared, we remove this bracket, plus 3x plus 3x plus 3 equal to 0. Now we have 4 terms. You can take pairs. From the first pair, what can we take common? What is common here? Yeah, 3x is common. Then we have only x plus 1, right? From the next pair, what do we have in common? 3 common. We have 3 common. Then we have x plus 1, right? So here x plus 1, x plus 1. So from these two terms again, what can we take common? Yeah, x plus 1. Okay, oh, we can take 3 common, but we can do like this. This is also x plus 1, this is also x plus 1. We write only 1x plus 1, right? Times, what do we have? What will be the remaining term? 3x plus 3 equal to 0. No? Okay? Inega ko ini. Itu tu ida se itu itai likibo. Aro product ko rigena pa ki ki asi tu likibo. No ile tu mi ko ge te ki ase. Ami kan inega pi kuro baribo. Bracket it hakado common no lai dibo. Okay, we take common the terms that is inside the bracket. So x plus 1 is common. Okay, so if we take x plus 1 is common, from this particular term we have only 3x. And from the next term we have only 3. Is it okay? This is how it can be done. Alright? We take only the term that is inside the bracket as common term. Okay? So product of two terms is 0. So either x plus 1 is 0 or 3x plus 3 is 0. This gives you x as minus 1. This gives you that 3x is equal to minus 3. So this gives you x as minus 3 upon 3. 3, 1 times is 3. So the remaining two zeros are minus 1 and minus 1 equal. Okay? Therefore, other zeros are minus 1 and minus 1 again. Alright? So that's the complete answer for question number 3.